Hey there, everybody. This is the Gerbil, and, well, I've had better days and more coffee, but I still have some left, so I can't complain too much. Let's get started. This is the Galaxy Last Week for July 10th, 2022, and here's what we're going to talk about in today's episode, so let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, casual, friendly reminder, if you enjoy this content and like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and if not, tell me why so I can make the show better. All right, here we go. Let's begin. So first thing that happened of significance this week came from the developers, and that was, of course, the dropping of the Raven's Claw. Yes, there's an apostrophe S. No, it is not Harry Potter related. Now, there's already been a lot of speculation discussion about this ship, and as you know from my previous videos, I think we're going to get 2 more ships related to Starkiller, but not. Of course, what I'm talking about would be Talon and Mara Jade. I highly expect to see their ships coming soon. A lot of people speculating we're going to get more Rebel ships. I could see that happening, yes, absolutely, but I'm not so sure. I think 5 is the sweet spot in terms of ships per capital ship, and the Rebels now have that at 10-1 currently, about to be 10-2. However, there is something I want to talk about on this screen right here, and that is the synergies with Biggs, the U-Wings, and the Ghosts. And you know what? I think that's a bit of misdirection, actually. I think when the profundity drops, the U-Wings are going to go over, but that Han's Millennium Falcon, see, myself included, initial reaction was to strip it away from Home 1. But hang on now, the profundity's not here yet. So let's stay within the realm of what we do have. I'm going to make an entire video about this because while the Raven's Claw does not really care for the Millennium Falcon, Han's Millennium Falcon is in love with the Razor Claw, Raven's Claw. So here's what I mean. Think this through, just bear with me. Like I said, I'm gonna have a whole video for this. You open up with Han's Millennium Falcon, Biggs, Raven's Claw. All right, the Falcon is actually really fast. It's among like the 10 fastest ships in the game, and it applies taunt when it hits a critical. So there's a bit of RNG here, but you open with the Falcon, hopefully landing a taunt or a target lock. That triggers taunt on Biggs. It also triggers foresight on the Raven's Claw. Now the Raven's Claw just got a plus 50 speed when that happened also, so it's going to go second. Now when it shoots, you attack the person who had target lock. That means it's going to double tap, and it's going to call Biggs to assist as the non-scoundrel ally. Biggs will apply target lock on his basic, which will reapply foresight, plus it will apply it to a random ally now, because of the Raven's Claw's kit. And then the Falcon says, hey, 2 Rebel ships just shot 1 twice, 50% chance of assisting each time. It's almost certainly going to attack, so you get 4 attacks out of turn 2. Then when Biggs goes, he'll use his special, which guarantees to call an assist. If you're lucky, it calls the Falcon, and it will call an assist on its basic, or if you're even luckier, it will call the Raven's Claw, who will double tap, calling Biggs to assist again, and the Falcon goes, hey, 3 Rebel ships just attacked. Maybe I should too, and it will probably assist as well. So while one doesn't care for the other certainly. How do I do that? How do I do it? Like this. I can do it. I can do it. There we go. One certainly is in love with the other one. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Video pending. Okay, so with regard to the Raven's Claw, so it came to us as a chase, which a lot of people don't like, but I would like to point out an alternative perspective on that. It's unlimited farming for several days, whereas a marquee character, you play through the event, you usually get enough shards to unlock your character, and then you're kind of stuck until it hits on a farmable node. I have farmed 163 attempts on the 16 energy drops, and yes, I saved energy the day before to build up for this. And I've hit the 100 and the 200 refreshes every day. And I've got 111 shards out of 163. Now that's an incredibly high drop rate. And it could just be that I've been super duper lucky, but I've got it at 4 stars. I will have it at 5 stars for free before this event is over. Now, if you're wanting to go all the way to 7 stars, then you're probably considering this pack right here for 1,299 crystals. I want to actually say, whoa, before you do this, it's actually more economical to spend those on Cantina refreshes, even including the 400s. Why? Well, for 1,299 crystals, you're almost certainly guaranteed 5 or 7 shards. Okay, 5 or 7. That's it. Yes, you could get more, but the odds are significantly stacked against you. If you want evidence, watch Arnold Whaler Fail. You will not get a lot of shards for this. However, even at the 400 energy refreshes, you can do that, I think 2 or 3 times, I'm not sure. And again, I could be an anomaly, but look at my drop rates. 7 out of 10 attempts, 5 out of 7 attempts, another 7 out of 10. And here, not only are you getting the shards for the ship, you're also getting relic mat materials. And if you're really lucky, you get omicrons, as I did. I've actually farmed 4 omicrons in the last 3 days, doing all of the cantina free energies, plus the 100s, plus the 200s. If I had crystals, which I don't because I spent them all on Inquisitors, if I had crystals, I would be doing the 400 energy refreshes. Because again, you're getting the ship shards, you're getting the relic materials, and if you're lucky, you're getting omicrons. It's really, really worth it. Now, if you got the crystals, don't do the pack, please. Do this. And then when you've run out of all the cantina refreshes that you can do, then resort to the pack here for $12.99. All right. Also from the devs this week, we got a couple of updates here. There's you might have got the new Datacron dropped earlier than anticipated. If so, you're going to get a freebie Make Good, which I don't know that anybody actually asked for, but cool. And then they said they were aware of an issue where Sith Eternal, some people are, I don't even know what it is, but there's an issue with Sith Eternal event out there. If you're affected by it, stay tuned, they know. Now, and more important news from the devs, we got some economic changes already to Datacrons, and a lot of us were hoping that changes meant that they would just go away, but they're not. Looks like they're here to stay for now. Maybe in another few weeks we'll get another update on Datacrons where they will drop the power levels considerably, because I think most people think that they are just absurdly overpowered and kind of wrecking the game to an extent. We also got sortie farmable now on Darkside Node 3E, so if you're looking for that. Omicron Omega has now been added to accelerated characters, so if you don't have her, you can now farm her at double drops, which is great. Obviously, the new Datacron dropped, but the exciting thing about all this, I think, is that Asajj got an Omicron, which is really, really exciting, and it looks solid. I am waiting till the next GAC, and right before, I'm going to be dropping that on my Night Sisters, because I don't really use them much anymore, but I do typically put them on defense in GAC, and I think that this is going to add a considerable amount of vitality to the team. Something that looks interesting here is that, so like it goes on Asajj's rampage ability, right? And it's something interesting here, right? It says that Night Sisters gain 30% health, potency, tenacity when any ally or enemy is defeated. All Night Sisters gain 10% turn meter, recover 25% protection, and the cooldown effects. Okay, so they're gaining turn meter and protection. What's interesting is when one of the Night Sisters dies, you know that effect that another Night Sister attacks, one of them is revived, assists, and then dies? That is actually defeated in the language of the kit. It says that the character is revived, then defeated. And if that is correct, then that means every time a Night Sister attacks and an ally is temporarily revived, then at the end of that turn, they're all going to recover that protection and turn meter. So this could actually make the Night Sisters even more powerful, considerably more powerful, once they've lost an ally. Don't know. We're going to find out, but I think it's worth applying. I'm really, really excited about that one. So yay, bring on the Omicrons, bring on the Omicrons, moving on. So I did not watch a lot of YouTube this week. It's been a really, really interesting week. I was sick for a while. So what I thought, instead of trying to do a community overview this week, what I thought I'd do real quick is just share with you some of my go-to YouTube channels. And yeah, I'm on the top. I watch myself. That's creepy. No, I don't. Never mind. So we got Gridden up here, who I think is just a really well-rounded, thoughtful person. We got Fortmort, who gives kind of a more animated, excited perspective on some things. Zareth Prevails, who tends to think, I think, a lot, very critically and very analytically about things. We got Bit Dynasty, who produces, to me, some of the absolute best like strategy guides when you need help with an event, or especially conquest. Whoa, are his conquest guides super helpful. Highnessy is also one of those people who I think is incredibly thoughtful, very level-headed, provides, I think, a very meaningful like overview of what's happening, not just what's in the game, but kind of community, and provides things, I think, sometimes from a more realistic business perspective, as I would like to do. I kind of aspire what I would like my channel to be a little bit based on him. So I love that guy. Celiac Sarah is a new channel to me. Just discovered her recently. I was thinking about putting out a video about the top 10 conquest squads that I use, and I was browsing hers, and lo and behold, she did that this week. She read my mind. That immediately puts her on my top list. Cubs fan, who I'm sure everybody knows. Scribe Gaming is another great channel for like Galactic Challenge support. Every Galactic Challenge, he puts out a video about it. Also very thoughtful, very well rounded, doesn't just say use a galactic legend and here's which one to use. He will take you through, like Bit Dynasty does, like Skelterix in the next one there, and will say provide 5 or 6 different compositions usually on the ways to get through these. And then of course we got Arnold over there, who is probably the king of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes content creation, no doubt. And oh my god, if you didn't watch his recent Whale or Fail on the Raven Crest, he has a good singing voice. I was really impressed by that. Well done, Arnold. That takes, like, courage to sing like that. Anyway, whatever. I enjoyed it. I was laughing so hard. Anyway, I just thought I would give you an overview of who I like to watch, kind of what these people are all about, and I'm probably way wrong on that because I haven't been, like, a dedicated viewer of all of them long enough. But anyway, if you're just curious about some of those, check them out. Again, if you need, like, challenge help, check out Scribe, Bit Dynasty, Skelterix. If you need conquest help especially, check out Bit Dynasty. If you want more general commentary about stuff, check out Heinze, check out Cubs Fan, check out Arnold. These are some great people out there. Celiac Sarah has a partner that she works with, also does a podcast that's on Apple Podcasts, probably on the Android equivalent, but I just tuned into it this week also. It's a good show, enjoy it very much. But what have they all been talking about? What is the focal point of the whole week in Galaxy? Well, of course, it's been the new Datacron that dropped and the excessive OP of it. The new one that's coming really benefits and targets Jedi and I think Rebels, and it's gross. It's actually just gross. If you are in the financial position to just buy these outright, well, you will probably just dominate GAC without hesitation once you get these things geared up. But yeah, I don't like them. The more they're in the game, the more I'm not liking them. And what's also interesting is now they've actually been here almost a month. I have only remembered to use it once in GAC on offense. I set them on defense and then I forget about it. Because 1, I just don't like them. 2, I think they're OP. And 3, they're too difficult to farm the materials unless you pay or spend a lot of ally points or shard shop currency, which I use those on gear. I mean, I am 7.7 mil GP, but I use those stuff on gear still, which means if I do, I know other people are doing it. And so I absolutely refuse, like most other YouTubers, I will not pay a dime for Datacron materials in the store. I will not do it for a lot of reasons, and well, that's all I'm going to say about it. Yep. Let's move on, shall we? Beyond the Tables, there's some cool stuff coming up. On August 1st, if you're a LEGO aficionado, there are 4 new LEGO kits coming out from representing Kenobi, Andor, Bad Batch Season 2. Check it out. This is the Justifier. Now, I have not watched the Bad Batch, but I was certain that their ship was called the Marauder, so I don't know what the Justifier is. Bad Batch is on my to-do list. I will watch it before Season 2 comes out, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be buying 1 or 2 of those, and I'm also looking at buying a Star Wars light cruiser to put back here instead of my Harry Potter castle. If you want to buy that for me, let me know in the comments, or just, send me a gift. I'll happily accept it. Please. Moving on. Okay, so on the screens, some interesting stuff this week, and it's not been really positive. I'm sorry about that, but this is the reality. So Taika Waititi's movie was scheduled to be released in 2023, originally by Kathleen Kennedy, but that has since been revised to 2024 and possibly 2025, as he has frequently reiterated that he is still writing the show as a movie. He's not entirely sure what it's going to be about, and now he's starting to say he's not even sure it's going to be green-lit, which means approved for production. That is obviously worrisome, but in a recent interview that Star Wars Meg was discussing, he asked Natalie Portman, who you may know as Padme, he asked her, have you ever wanted to be in a Star Wars movie? Now, he's trying to play this off as being a joke, and maybe it was, but it didn't come off that way in person. And of course, Natalie was like, cough, cough, yeah, I was in Star Wars, and she explained, and he said, oh, right, the prequels, I forgot about those movies. Well, that is, whether you like them or not, almost a third of the box office cinematic component of Star Wars. It's kind of difficult when you're making a movie to forget about 3 entire movies and who the lead actress was when she's sitting in front of you. So that is definitely some worrisome news. Beyond that, this trend has also been picked up a bit by trend of worrying rather about the screen has been picked up by almost every major Star Wars coverer out there, content creator. This one comes to us from Eckhart's Ladder. If you don't know him, he is a lore master. I mean, he knows his Star Wars. I think if he and Meg got together, their babies would be legitimate Jedi. Absolutely. Anyway, he said in his video here on July 9th, quote, I have zero faith these Star Wars movies will see the light of day. And Star Wars Meg was reiterating the same thing, as have a number of other channels, because Disney and Lucasfilm keep announcing movies and expected content like Taika Waititi's movie, like Rogue Squadron, and many others, only to have them slowly walk back and eventually cancel, sideline, or forget about them. And with all the talk that's been coming from Taika Waititi, he was on the Stephen Colbert Show and other places, he has been making a point out of stating over and over again the movie has not been greenlit and he's still in the writing production. And that is beginning to put a lot of doubt in people's minds. So it is, I don't mean to be negative, but I would not hold your expectations high right now. I would keep your fingers crossed. But for now, we need to be patient and see what does come. Now, on a positive note, Andor, which absolutely looks epically mind-blowing, has been confirmed to be a 5-year show. 5 years, and seasons 1 and 2 will both be 12 episodes each. Now, we know that Rogue One, Andor is the prequel to Rogue One, and we know that season 1 of it is going to focus a lot on the character development of Andor in his childhood, but not so much on the person and his, not childhood, but I would say the life events that led him to joining the rebellion. But the series is focusing on events in the Star Wars universe more so than people. We know that Mon Mothma will be in there, Gail or Organa will probably be in there. Other familiar rebels will be in there. I would not be surprised at all to see people like Wedge and even Leia showing up at times. So this show looks, I think, insanely good. Like, really, really good. So as I understand, it's the 5-year show representing the 5 years before Rogue One, ending at that point, which is really, really interesting because you already know how it's going to end. But whatever. I think this is going to be the most awesome contribution to the Star Wars galaxy we have in a long time. I expect it to be way better than Kenobi, way better than Book of Boba Fett. Will it be as good as The Mandalorian? I think the answer is yes. Will it be as lovable? I don't know, because I'm not sure anything can beat The Mandalorian, because it had Baby Yoda, which got even non-Star Wars fans excited about it, especially when they went to Target and Walmart and saw the cute little Baby Yoda plushes, and then people got, even big heavy dudes were like, Baby Yoda, we're hugging and caressing him. So we'll see, but I think this is going to be amazing, and it's coming up soon, and now we know for sure it's 5 years, 12 episodes at least in each of the first 2 seasons. So on the calendar, what's coming up? Well, Star Wars Battlefront 2 has an instant action day, whatever that means, I don't know. below. Directly below me is what's happening in the game in the next 7 days. Right over here, we've got a reminder, the Star Wars Summer Vacation Lego cartoon is coming out very soon. And a little bit further over, we've got some more books and comics coming to us this week. All right, once again, thank you for tuning in to the Galaxy last week. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you all later. And please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.